Say when I saw the names, the positions really that these three individuals had, I was stunned. I think this hearing could be very, very dramatic given the positions that these individuals had at the time of the September 11 attack and beforehand, and the amount, the scope of the information that they could reveal, as well as after September 11, what threats or retaliation they suffered from wanting to come forward.
Would you expect their testimony to undermine or belie the White House narrative?
Well, I think it's entirely possible. I mean, for example, one is described as the deputy chief of mission in Tripoli, the number two to Ambassador Chris Stevens. He would know, I would think, he should, everything about requests for security that were made before September the 11th. He would be the person in charge of official Americans in Libya during the September 11 attack. He ought to know minute by minute what happened, and he could well know what happened after the attack in terms of the famous talking points about the demonstration on the Mohammed video.
Yeah. When asked about Benghazi this week at the news conference, President Obama seemed oblivious and bothered by the question. Is that a peculiar response from a president who vowed to the American people that he was going to get to the bottom of what happened?
Yeah, I don't see how he could not have been aware of the controversy over the past 8 months about the lack of answers to questions that members of the House and the Senate have been raising, and precisely this point that's been so contentious that survivors of the attack in Benghazi and others on the ground in official positions in Libya have not been able to come forward. This is a very significant event. 4 Americans, including our ambassador, were killed. Other Americans around the region, around the world, could be at risk. We need to know what happened. We need to know what went wrong so we can prevent it again.
Well, it's not just the president, who says, well, I don't know anything about that. But his press secretary then dismisses it by saying, oh, Benghazi, gee, that was a long time ago. And, of course, Hillary Clinton's famous comment before Congress, quote, what difference does it make at this point? Is it your sense that, this is an administration that really just kind of wants this thing to go away?
Sure, I think that's right. What difference does it make at this point? As I just said, you've got official Americans and private citizens throughout the Middle East at risk from terrorist attacks. Their continuing safety depends on our ability to provide protection when the need arises. And for the White House press spokesman to say 8 months is a long time ago, well, I guess 8 months is a long time if you have the attention span of a fruit fly.